Alrighty, guys. So we back, and we got some very interesting developments here with a possible Valentine's banner leak. Now, this information actually came out after the data mine. So I did my data mine video, and then I went to bed right after that. And I didn't realize something like this was going to happen, but here we are. We have this possible Valentine's banner leak, and right now, people aren't too sure if this is real or if it's fake or what's going on here. We don't really know. We can't source this information very well. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the leak, and then we're going to take a look at some arguments on both sides to see if this is real or not. So this is the leak. Let's go ahead and make it a little bigger. So I guess spoiler alert, by the way, if you don't want to be spoiled, then here we are. We have the possible, maybe not possible, banner units for the upcoming Valentine banner. So it says here Elise, we got Takumi, we have Leo, we have Hana, and then we have Effie. So it looks like it's going to be a Fates-themed Valentine's banner. And judging by the placement of these units, I would imagine Effie is going to be the Tempest Trial prize hero, and Elise is going to be the duo hero, or harmonic, I guess it could be a harmonic, since it says here Sweetheart Royals. But there's a lot of very sus things about this actual image, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the things that people have said about it. Alright, so over here, Sanrio, this guy, he says, I can't exactly find the original source for this, but this has been making the rounds on Twitter, assuming Elise and Sakura are the duo. And this guy over here, Dots DFE, totally didn't say that right, but there he is. He says, the original source is allegedly a Fae Discord server that data mined upcoming bonus units, which went too far and included this information as well. Now, when he says went too far, what does he mean by that? Is revealing units going a little too far? I can't really say whether that's true or not. I will say, if it was this easy to data mine bonus units, like for every round of arena, if the bonus units were always in there, this would happen on every single banner. I guarantee it. This would always be happening, but it doesn't. It's once in a blue moon where something like this actually happens. When was the last time we had a full-on banner leak? Oh man, that's... I think way back, like when Banpei-kun had leaked out the units for Book 5. We knew about Atri, we knew about Fallen Fafnir, who still has not been added as a unit, by the way. He was in the files, supposedly, and they never added him as a unit. But also, we had leaks on that banner or leaks at that time for a whole bunch of other banners that did, in fact, turn out to be true. So I believe Banpei-kun was the last person to do a full banner leak like this. I could be wrong, correct me if I am wrong, but I mean, RIP Banpei-kun, y'all ran him out of the community because he was withholding information. Apparently he knew about more banners, but he just didn't want to reveal the information. I guess he didn't want to get in trouble. And then the community just, like, pressured him so bad to reveal the information that he decided to just leave. So, yeah, I mean, we have not had banner leaks on that level since all the way back then. Okay, so for what it's worth, I heard this information a few hours ago, but I've been trying to find another source to confirm it before spreading it. Sadly, it's everywhere now, so it is what it is at this point. Yeah, so this is why it's becoming difficult to actually get a real reliable source for this now, because this image itself and other related images relating to this have been going around Twitter and etc. So we don't really know who was the one who leaked this or what their credibility may be. So kind of in a difficult predicament right now. Okay, so this guy here, Takumi, spelt with a C, he says, I am a data miner myself. I checked the game files, and the only arena bonuses I could find are the ones for next week. The 2 mythics, the engage units, Legendary Chrom, and Anna. Besides, even if we had the bonuses for the next 3 weeks, and therefore the ID of the respective heroes, we still would be lacking their names and titles. And the IDs are not enough to know the back unit of a duo, if I remember correctly. I don't speak Japanese, so I can't confirm this. So what he's saying is, this leak here about Elise, a lot of people are saying it's a duo, Elise and Sakura. And there would be no way to know that Sakura would be the backpack unit for this unit. So the fact that people are also going that extra mile and adding Sakura, I don't believe the person who leaked this mentioned Sakura at all. So the people that are saying that are probably the Twitter brigade that just want to spread even more false rumors. So I would take that part at least with a grain of salt, even if this leak itself is real. We don't really know if Sakura is going to be paired up with Elise, even though that does make a lot of sense. It's hard to say, right? So I would probably be a little bit skeptical, at least of that much. Okay, again, we have DotsDFE saying, the original source is allegedly a Faye Discord server that... Oh, I just read... Big derp on my part. I read that one already. Okay, we were going back here. So we have one of the three outcomes. I missed something somewhere. This is another leak like the one that happened in November 2021. That's the one that I'm referring to, where there was a whole bunch of leaks referring to Book 5 at that point. It's always when there's a pair with Elise, huh? So no data mines involved here, just someone that works on the game or something. Keep in mind, I'm talking about an intentional leak, not a mistake. Now, things like that have actually happened before, where we get intentional leaks by the actual devs. And if you guys play Pokemon Masters, that's another gacha that I play. For big events like Anniversary and Half-Year Anniversary, they will, on occasion, do intentional leaks just to generate some more hype. So that could be what this is. Maybe an intentional leak where someone wanted to just generate some more hype. Although I'm not really too sure how hype this sort of Fates banner would actually go over, because we have certainly enough alts of these guys. Hana's got an alt on the Ninja banner. So does Elise. Takumi's had many alts already. He has the New Year alt, and he's got the Fallen Takumi. I believe he has another alt as well that I'm just not remembering. I think it might be Summer Takumi. Leo also has a Summer alt, and he's got the Picnic alt, and then Effie... Actually, does Effie have any alts? I don't think Effie has any alts, actually. Effie might be the one unit on here that we haven't had many copies of. So that's the one thing. But as far as leaking this to generate hype, I'm not too sure how that would go over. Okay, it's all made up. A fake leak of sorts. Very likely, considering Legendary Byleth is not the 9th unit. Okay, so that's another thing that kind of raises some red flags. So we have Legendary Byleth as the first bonus unit. However, this is going to be one of those special Chaos Season things in Arena, where we also have one of the books as a possible option for bonus units. So people from Book 3, what would actually happen here is that Byleth and Mercedes would swap spots. So Byleth would actually be the 9th unit on the bonus list because this is a Chaos Season. The only times we have legendary heroes in slot 1 for the bonuses is when they're a brand new hero. So, for example, when legendary Shez came out, she showed up as the first slot for the bonus hero, as far as legendary is concerned. So, the fact that Byleth is there is kind of sus. I mean, perhaps this is not the actual order that they were found in the data mine, and whoever posted this actual image just swapped around units for some reason. I don't know why they do that, but it could be a possibility. Now, another thing that also kind of confuses me here is if this is supposed to be the bonus units for a Valentine banner, this is way in advance, because you see here, it says on February 14th, which is actual Valentine's Day, that is when these bonus units would be in rotation. However, that's like a couple of weeks away from now. How far away is that? That's like 3 weeks away, man. I don't imagine them goofing up this bad, that 3 weeks in advance we would know the units. Now, there is also supposedly going to be a Faye channel for the anniversary, which I would imagine should be coming out within the next couple of days. So the 1st of February, the 2nd, or maybe even the 31st are all possible days we could be getting a Faye channel. And in the Faye channel, they would most likely be revealing who these Valentine units are for the Valentine banner. They did that last year where they revealed the next seasonal within the Faye channel for the anniversary. So all of this I could imagine being in the Faye channel, and maybe that's why this information came out so early. but also this is purely speculation. On any normal circumstance, this information would not be coming out this early. So even if it was in the data mine, we wouldn't, like this guy said over here, this stuff would not be known at the moment. Like the names of the units, there's no way this would be in there. So that's just one other argument against it. And then finally, we'll take a look at this last post here. So FlareBlitz12 says, it is from a Discord server, but the data miner specifically asked not to be mentioned, neither the server name or their username. Only trust me, bro. Yeah, my parents work at Nintendo. They showed me this leak, basically. That's the credibility we're going off with this. But I don't know, maybe it's Banpei-kun in some other Discord server that was like, okay, I'm just gonna soft leak this banner and then just go back into hiding. I don't know. That could be also a possibility. So he says, Dots DFE, yeah, I'm really skeptical about the whole thing unless another data miner can verify it. I've been specifically avoiding posting about it or telling anyone until I could find a data miner that I'm familiar with who could confirm or deny the info. I'm personally taking it with a grain of salt until another data miner can verify it. It's just hard to buy into something like this until then. Yeah, that would be my initial thoughts as well. When I saw this, I was like, yeah, this looks a little bit sus. There's a lot of red flags, like I said, Byleth being in slot 1, although that could just be a mishap on the leaker's part where they just rearrange the units for who knows why. The timeline here as well, like this being practically 3 weeks in advance, I don't believe there'd be any way to know this information by data mining this early on. Unless, like I said, the Fate channel may also be revealing this units, and that's why this information is here. But it's very hard to say. This is kind of a sus image. So just wanted to do a little video covering this leak, supposed leak, and just give you guys what my thoughts are on it. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this leak, if it's true or if it's not, or perhaps the Fate channel will reveal more. Who knows? At this point, I think it's still up in the air. I'm probably about like 90% sure this is fake and then like 10% sure this might be real. That would be my take at the moment. So that's all for today, guys. I will still be summoning on the Mythic Formortis banner, but I'm going to go ahead and do that later. I think I'm going to live stream it, actually. We might go ahead and do some live summons for that one. So stick around if you're interested. But that's all for now. So take care, fellas, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.